Alright, listen up, y'all. I got chickens, and there's nothing worse than going out into negative degree temperatures to take care of these chickens, or scorching hot temperatures in the summer to take care of chickens. So what I've done is I've actually set up an automatic feeding and watering system. If you're interested in the plans for those actual designs, just message me. I'll get those to you. But what I'm tackling today is a solution that will allow the watering system to function well in negative temperatures. So it can get to negative 60 degrees here, so it's important to design systems that can work in the wintertime. So what I've actually done is kind of created a way here of taking PVC and insulating it with spray foam insulation. So this is going to be my first go around with this, but since this material has an R value that's much better than the foam that I was using before and duct tape, which get me down to about 5 degrees below zero, I'm pretty confident that this stuff's going to get me down to where I need to be. So anyway, what I've done is I've actually gotten the cellophane that's sticky. I can't think of the name of it, but Glad makes it. And so I've covered my PVC with that. And then once I get my PVC covered, I go ahead and cover the ends too. And I think it's called Flex Seal. But anyway, covered the ends so that way the spray foam doesn't get into the PVC. And the next thing that you want to do is you take your spray foam and you just dab a little bit down like this, and then you take a gloved hand and you make sure you get all of this really coated with the yellow sticky. Otherwise, when you go to spray in the patterns that I'm doing here, it's going to just want to roll right off of this slick press and seal, that's the name of it, cellophane. So we need it to stick, so that's what I've been doing. As you can see, I've got a kind of a nice little pattern that I just go back and forth with this. So I will show you the other side of this. You can see my heat tape. Here is my PVC. I've got my heat tape, which is a heat cord actually that just rests right against the PVC, and you plug it in. And then that heats up. Well, you put that under the insulation. It keeps the water nice and warm in there when you're negative temperatures, so that it doesn't freeze up on you. On the end, I've got a clean out valve there. I can always cut with a razor blade around this circumference there to get that off if I need to, which I might do in the summertime, and then just refoam it. Shouldn't be a big deal. But anyway, I'm really excited about this. There's a chicken nipple right there that they'll drink from, so I'll have to cut this just enough so they can get to that. It's important to keep most of the head of this insulated, because it'll actually freeze when it gets down to negative teens. This will freeze up in there, and then the water won't come out. So you want to insulate it clear up to about right there, and just leave that little thing hanging down. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and spray foam over that, and then I'm going to remove the foam around it as I need to at the conclusion of the project. So anyway, hopefully that helps you. There's the heat cord there. You got to leave this out, because that's when it gets down to freezing, that's what detects that and then turns this coil on. So you got to leave this outside of the foam insulation and open to the open air. I secured my heat cord here with electrical tape, and this is underneath the press and seal. The reason I use press and seal is because you can get it to go on where you want it to go, and it holds firm and sucks it down real nice and tight to the PVC, which is what you want. You want a nice firm bond, a nice contact surface between this heat cord here and your PVC. You want it to contact that. Anyway, so just to kind of describe what I've done here with this is I'll just get it started, and I'll just go down and then back, down and back, and just do that the whole way down. Take it probably about 2-foot sections, and then move on and do it down here. As you can see, I've already got the underside of this whole thing taken care of. So not worried about making it too pretty, but I will probably spray paint this with a white primer. Zinsser makes a good one, And the reason I do that is to protect it from sunlight. Otherwise it's going to turn really nasty orange. You've probably seen that before, and it starts deteriorating. So you want to cover it up with a nice primer, and maybe even consider doing some type of enamel paint over that. Otherwise, I think if the chickens see a spot or something and try to peck at it, I've had that happen before when I tried this version 1.0 with fiberglass insulation. Version 2.0 was the foam that comes in big rolls that you can stick in cement cracks and stuff like that. And I just did a wrap around and then duct tape over that, and that actually worked for about 3 or 4 years. But the temperatures we've been getting lately have been down in the negative teens, and that just won't get it done. So hoping that this stuff right here will get the job done. Any questions, let me know. Be happy to send you the plans for this PVC watering system. This actually holds almost 2 gallons and can feed the chickens for quite some time. So anyway, signing off. Hope this helps.